To be fair, I've seen them. I've seen some radicalization because of war among some Israelis. But to be fair to Israel, you see also a lot of backlash to it, right? Like Israel also demonstrate that when that happens, there's a the media of Israel, the politic, even the so-called far right politicians come and condemn that. Like I've seen that. Like I mean, I've seen the
Do
media
they?
come out
All of
and
them?
they get investigated, they get reported. A lot of people come and criticize it. I mean, it also shows like I'm not seeing Israel just
For
becoming
now.
more and more radical. I see that I see some radicalization, and I see a huge backlash within Israel itself to those radicals. So I don't see that happening. I think actually Israel is a country that is so self-critical and so open to challenging its own methods that is demonstrating that is capable of, even if you see example. I mean, these are so rare. These are handful of examples compared to the major number of people within Israel that have show a heavy backlash. And again, a lot of the
Yes.
reasons why we even know that these things happen within Israel is because Israel is a country that is uh, transparent, democratic, and liberal enough to investigate and report this themselves. Like our source of understanding that these things are happening is Israel's own media. So if I was Israeli, I would be very proud of this being the reaction of my people after the its number one terrorist attack on it in its history. Like this
Yeah,
is
I am
not how
proud.
other countries
It is
behave.
amazing.
Yeah, go
It
on.
really is amazing
Yeah,
that we are like that. It's just that I'm starting to see it would have happened much faster in other places, right? In other countries. I'm
right.
positive. I'm confident about that. But it does start to happen. And at the beginning, when someone says kill all the Palestinians, you would see only 5 comments about it. Yeah, do it. Now you see, then 20. Now almost all of the comments are yeah, let's do this, let's do this. Even about the graping thing, when people thought that there was indeed grape by the IDF, they said, "Well done, we should do it." Right? Let's say it didn't happen, but the people thought that it happened, and they said, "Let's do this."
There's so many people called it that within Israel. Some people, just like
Yeah,
any other
yeah,
country, some people were like, "Okay, yeah, fantastic, go do it. These are terrorists." And there are many people in Israel were like, "Holy
of
shit, what the
course,
hell? Like these
of
people
course.
need to
But
be." I mean, they're.
but it's stacking up. It's getting worse and worse. That's what I'm saying.
How do you
It's not
know?
like
Is it getting worse
stoop.
and worse? Do you have stats
No, I
that
don't have
it's getting
stats.
worse and worse?
I have like my own
No.
perception. That's what I have. I have my own
Okay,
perception.
it's not
But it's
reliable.
strong. It's not like I see it like with here and there. It's strong. It's very strong. I see it in my family. My own family. I hear it from my family.
I'm trying to look at some polls. Um, Guys, people in Israel, can you tell me if you're concerned that the war with in Gaza is making some more Israelis become radicalized, as Roy is worried about? But here's the thing: even if your concern is true, the point is that a ceasefire would not stop this. A ceasefire would temporarily stop this, and eventually it will bring you more wars in the future. And that more wars in the future. If you're saying a country at war will create more radicals, right? So you
Hmm.
want less war, right? So, and
Yeah.
I'm saying a ceasefire right now is not the solution to less war. A ceasefire right now is a solution to more war in the future, because here, because if you give breathing room for Hamas, then there will be more October 7th in the future at some point. You have to eliminate this threat right now in Gaza once and for all. So again, sometimes to get less war, you need to continue the war that you're in right now, right?
Yeah.
Israel, I mean, we have seen this. If you study the history of wars, lasting peace comes when you crush your enemy.
When you win.
Lasting peace do not come when you write agreements on pieces of paper and come up with agreements to stop war. Like we have so many examples of this, right? I mean,
Yeah.
my favorite example is that World War I was devastating, and the people got together and then decided to write on pieces of paper to not fight. Okay, did those pieces of paper stop war? It didn't stop war. We had a more devastating war, namely World War II, come after. But after
Nothing
World
to
War
do with us.
II, yes, but after World War II, we had long-lasting peace. Why? Because you crushed the enemies, right? You defeated the enemies, and Israel has this experience too as well. Every time Israel has managed to get long-lasting peace, out of Egypt, out of Jordan, is because it annihilated their military. Okay, so this is the history that we have. We know that if you want long-lasting peace, you have to take the hope from victory out of your enemies. If your enemies think that there's a chance to win, then that will increase the chances of war. So if you want just a temporarily peace right now with Gaza for future wars to continue, then do a ceasefire. If you want a long-lasting peace with Gaza, then crush Hamas in a way that they could never recover ever again. That will get you a peace that will last. That's my
Even just for
that,
the sake
that's
of
what history shows.
deterrence. Even just for the sake of deterrence, right? Just so people know that you will do it. Like, so your enemies know you will
No,
go
no,
either way.
it's both
Even
deterrence and also because they don't have anything to work with anymore. If you go and I mean, here's the thing: like we were celebrating every single tunnel that Israel was closing, we were celebrating. Okay, and now when it comes to the most important fucking tunnels, this is when you want to stop. Like all the tunnels that we have all across Gaza,
no, it's
they
not more
were
than
meant
stop.
to.
We just don't want to hold it. I mean, I'm presenting the case
No,
that
you
people
have
say
to
that
hold.
they shouldn't
I
hold
know
it,
you
not don't
have
want to
to
stop.
hold. There are still tunnels. Okay, let me actually explain this to people. Uh, all the tunnels that we have closed so far, Israel has closed so far, was for mobilization of equipment within Gaza and also for attacks within Gaza. These remaining tunnels between Gaza and Egypt, that's where everything comes from. That's the most important one to close. In fact, the best criticism of Netanyahu that you could have is why the fuck did you not start from the
Yeah,
south?
yeah,
I don't
exactly.
understand. Like
Like,
I kind of know why he didn't do that, but
yeah.
that's the criticism that you should
Why? Why
have.
do you think
The
he didn't do that?
criticism should not be like, okay, stop now, because this is the most important one for him to close. The criticism should be like, dude, what the fuck? Everything was coming through the south. This is where you should have started with. That's what you. And I think I don't know if I'm right about this because there's no excuses. There's absolutely no excuses for why they didn't start here at the south, except maybe they were hoping that Gazans will leave and go to Egypt. Was that the reason?
That's part of the reason. Maybe they hoped also that Hamas will actually surrender. Maybe that was a possibility.
I don't know why. Oh, okay. I'm winning right now. The Israelis on the live chat, they're on my team. So you started this live chat by saying, I think Roy is going to kick some ass in this debate. But right now, the Israelis in the live chat agree with me. And also, we got
Yeah,
a
I
super
saw, but
chat.
I think I saw a lot of
Oh,
the
okay,
people
go
say
ahead.
that they do feel that the corruption is dripping inside. That people are starting to be monsters. I saw the comments. People say yes, yes, yes. When you ask the question, you have polls, right? You don't have polls in
That's
the
what
comment
you get
section.
from what?
I think you have polls. Can't you put polls in the comment section? No, I think I saw some. I
Pause?
think I saw polls. Yeah, like I should poll. Like, what do you think, this or this, so people can mark.
Oh, poll. A poll.
Poll,
Yes,
yeah,
we could do a poll.
polls. Sorry,
Yeah,
polls.
poll. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, I could do a poll.
Yeah, that could be
I
nice.
could do a poll. Let me actually see. So what should I say
Poll.
in this poll?
Yeah, poll, a
Should
poll.
I
Yeah.
say, do you agree with Armin and Roy? Okay. Um, should see here's the thing. I could ask this poll question in two ways that would be favorable. If I ask this, should Israel, right? I give in to Hamas's demand, right? Most that would favor most people saying no, right? But if I ask the question a different way, I could ask, should we do a ceasefire for the sake of saving the hostages? Then that question would lead people to answer the other way a little bit more. So the way that you ask a question is very important. So how do you think I should ask the question? Because again, I could design the question in a way that would get
Okay.
more results in one way or another. So how
Okay,
do you
we'll
think?
take it into account. The way you think so, and you think, and we'll take that into account.
So I will not write the question. I would just say, do you think who do you agree with more, Armin or Roy?
Yeah, I'm
How
not
about
done
that?
yet, man. I'm not done. I have a lot more ammo. I'm not even halfway
Okay,
through. Are you kidding me? I want to give
got it.
context for this because you did a show like maybe a week ago when you said that you want some Israeli to come up. So that's where this came from.